Hello there guys, and welcome to some more Volters. Or is it? No, it's not, because it's the Vodyani. And our Herculean trials of beating up a bunch of pirates while the rest of the universe is way ahead of us, because the AI is employing some relatively shady tactics, let's say, because, of course, of the difficulty setting. Okay, justifying our failures aside, yeah, we're gonna see how far we get in our handling of things. So, the point is that this pirate fleet over here, it's still a bit strong on the offensive side, and I don't think we have the necessary tools to kinda mess with them, which might actually suggest that I should probably either add another gouge to the mix, or maybe make use of more medium ships. They're balanced. We're focusing mainly on projectiles, which could end up being our downfall, but we'll see. So yeah, the choice remains. I mean, I wonder if I should focus on getting another arc. I think that should be it. In the problem, we'd ideally want production to get rid of this, because once we bust them up, right, which is going to take a good while, especially with our low manpower intake. Yeah, so a thing that I didn't actually look at, does this... I don't think this actually consumes a pulp, right? With abundant energy available, the church is able to power an army of simple machines to watch over the flock. Since any wrongdoing by followers risks heavy punishment, many opt to forgo a church trial and enroll direct into the Vodyani's crusading military. So, I think this would tell us, but it seems that it actually costs just some 300 resource. So, do I wait for the other arc, or do I simply go ahead and use it for manpower to power the fleet? Because the more manpower we have, the sooner we'd be able to actually siege them. So they have 150. Our manpower potential isn't that large, but you know, at 30% we'd get around 100, I think, infantry. So it would take a bit of sieging. A good bit of sieging, but at least we'd be able to initiate things sooner. So I'm thinking I don't know what I'm thinking. Should I do this? It's probably for the best to go with another brand after the Academy Embassy. The hero is going to help, but yeah. The only problem is that we'll be kind of stuck here for a while. Might turn out to be a good while. As technology advances, less and less of the ship's guts are made from metal, and more from advanced materials or composites based on exotic substances like graphene, glass, nanotubes, aerogels, and metal foams. So we do have the enhanced version, but I'm not particularly sure we can actually use any of those. Not without something like this. Or do I want swarm missiles? Unstable isotope. Wondering if I should really focus on the military as much as I do. Extreme atmospherics, it would allow us to exploit that, but I think the point is, yeah, let's try to get the swarm thingies. I'm not sure I'm gonna use them, but at least to, you know, just break through to the other tier and whatnot. Not sure where you're going to, but go ahead. And the problem is the more I wait, I mean, yeah, that's the thing. I don't necessarily want to risk moving the Arkin and losing. So this is the spies event. I'll just go with arresting the spies. It's the political crisis thingy. We've had this during our Vultures. Thingamajig. Yeah. These guys here are pretty ecstatic, which is kind of cool to see, I guess. We could exploit antimatter on Barriers, but I'm not sure it's entirely worth it. Hot high-speed plasma beams are potentially devastating weapons. While they are difficult to use on planets due to the interference of the atmosphere, in space they are quite effective. Destroy all pirate fleets. Geolocation. I mean, that's pretty unrealistic considering we're kind of just stuck here, and of course these guys don't count towards the quest. So yeah, we do have third quadrant of our military tech. So I'm thinking let's do a bit of So am I going to go with the sync laser and pinch beam, or am I going to go with the good old ultra dense slugs? And yeah, I'm thinking we're going with those. We don't need swarm. We don't need bombers now, to be fair. Break through enemy flak defenses. Might be pretty interesting to do, right? Yeah, this would actually lower the damage. So I think it's more so they're the point of those isn't necessarily downright. So the way I see it is right, the torpedoes do more damage, but in the case of flak defenses, I think they will probably shoot them down, or they have a higher chance at shooting them down. Whereas the swarm missiles, they do less damage, but they have a bigger chance of pushing through. Which in the case of, you know, like powerful flak defense on enemy ships and whatnot, would potentially mean that, you know, projectiles would actually get through, because yeah, your torpedoes can do double damage hypothetically, let's say, but if they get destroyed, they do zero. So like a weaker weapon that actually hits is essentially better. But we're sticking with the torpedoes for now. Right now we're actually having a lot of issues managing our stuff as it is. I mean, I have to wait for turns to pass by. That's kind of the problem. That's kind of the thing. We're locked into waiting for this, right? Because, of course, I'm not inspired enough to, should actually sabotage them, come to think of it.
Hello. No one ever stays up.
No pirate reinforcements to sabotage, okay? So, what? Oh. So yeah, while we wait for our ships to come into existence, they get stronger. And the problem is that the Vultures have already expanded. Oh boy. And there is a second pirate fleet over there. This doesn't bode too well for us. This might very well be one of those playthroughs that ends before it even begins. But yeah, I mean, by the looks of it. But let's not despair yet. We'll despair when we have one planet and being sieged. A good idea would probably be to suggest I do have quite a bit of those, don't I? Yeah, I could potentially sell stuff on. I don't have the marketplace tech, so I might want to go with the galactic commodities next turn. Well, as next science, I should say. Okay, so there's that. Let's try to broker peace with the I'm not sure where. I think I just encountered a ship of theirs. So like an alliance with the Vaulters would be very beneficial. It would also mean that we can't necessarily harvest their pops, and them being in close proximity would, I mean, you know, they'd make proper targets, let's say, right? But right now, I think
Speak. Let us see if we can trust your words.
they're not necessarily into it, are they? No. Well, I mean, I guess it's one of these, So they want peace if I give them 100 titanium. I can live with that.
I doubt the Forerunners themselves know if it is safe to trust you.
Just hoping they won't turn into another Riftborn. I mean, if they do that, I'll be quite surprised. I mean, I won't be surprised, but I'll be quite disappointed to see that the AI is so duplicitous, or at least so easily duplicitous, I should say. And my only gripe is that I can't really harvest pirates. I mean, there are people there, or yeah, they might technically be in space, which would kind of make sense, I guess, as to why I wouldn't be able to harvest them. Anyway, gonna try to move 2 fleets in. You've never heard of him, but a mystical figure, Kalan Talcor, has recently passed away and begun his ascent up the divine ladder to another plane of existence. A religious bloc in your senate demand that Alcor's passing be given a full state funeral with 100,000 votive candles lit in every city. Special monuments constructed that feature his idiosyncratic writings and 3 days of empire-wide mourning. It'll be expensive, but Alcor was a popular figure and your population will be grateful. On the other hand, political models suggest that a rejection of the demand will boost scientific literacy even if it is unpopular. After all, much of Alcor's writings concern the truth that worlds are flat, not round. Well, we get some extra... So if we take the scientist approach, right, we get some extra science, which could be good. But it would practically mean that our influence upkeep will get to... I mean, we won't get any influence for 10 turns. Whereas if we go with the honor, we'll just lose dust while gaining... I'll go with the honor, yeah. Not sure I need the influence outright. I mean... If someone's already on the brink of victory, these things pop up randomly, I think. Or at least it's not imminent victory, it's perhaps someone taking steps towards one. But I mean, if someone's going to win now, how the heck am I gonna do anything with, I don't know, 2 ships and an arc? Or what is it? Oh boy. Okay, so I think we're going for the other arc. Gotta make it here, yeah, pretty much. Making a brand here will take 7 turns. That's quite a bit. Although I'm not sure if the arc is the best. It's the best way to go, but yeah. So it's gonna be that, and I'm gonna make another brand. Fair enough. Okay. So will I use that arc offensively? That's the question. Yeah, we'll want to retreat the Leecher. So let's see. I don't think we have better... Oh, yeah, we do. We have basic decay torpedoes, whereas it's using ion torpedoes. So yeah, ideally we'd plop these onto them. The upgrade wouldn't even cost that much. It would be 400. Yeah. Well, for the time being, let's consider this okay, right? And I think we could we also go with the extra essence? We already have one of those. No. We have a tribute income that absorbs growth. Yeah, let's go with the reactive plating. Yeah, we will use this arc offensively, I'm thinking. Although, yeah, it's a pretty big deal. So, okay. We can deal with these, I think. Wow. Really? Well. I'll be damned. We could totally merge these two and just send them there, and hopefully, that'll be enough. Right. Okay, that was quite a bit of a different scenario. So we should look, now they have 180, they got a bit stronger. We should totally look at how much we can actually merge these. Well, the problem is we lost more ships. I don't think I'll actually be able to do much with this fleet, but yeah, definitely having an arc helps. Problem is, not enough manpower on it. Boy. We have exactly 23 people on this ship, which is going to take quite a lot to actually take these guys out. So yeah, that's clearly an area I'm not managing properly. Problem is I don't have the enough essence at the time being to boost the manpower on the fleet. So I should probably reserve the next 300 for essence, I'm thinking. But we shall see. We shall see. Could go with this and convert dust into essence. That would give me quite a bit, but I would lose dust per turn, and I don't necessarily want to fall into that pit right now. I'm gonna go with this. It's more on the luxury deposits, but having that is always good. Although maybe building another brand would have been a better idea. But I'm building one here already. Maybe let's build gouges here. Gouges fall easily to those little dudes. That's because we don't have the advanced fusion power. But once the torpedoes come into play, things might actually change. I'm going to hold on. I know they have another fleet, but I'm hoping. Well, the other fleet is we got attacked there. I wonder. I think they have another fleet somewhere, right? But at the moment we'll focus here. I'm going to have to follow it closely and see just how much it's going to change. Although, yeah, I think I'm gonna go for another brand here. Actually, let's go with interplanetary transportation network, or whatever it's called, for the simple fact that we'll soon get a hero. Well, we're going with the interplanetary transportation network because it's increased production and we kind of need that. So we might get a Guardian, which is a fleet warfare and industrial production. Fleet warfare being precisely what we want in a new hero. So that's perfectly fine, I think. That's perfectly fine and fair. None too difficult. Yeah, the rate at which they're kind of falling is still minuscule. It's 1%. Which makes me wonder if having manpower on ships is actually necessary to properly take them down. Yeah, this didn't come into play with the Vaulters because they had, I mean, manpower wasn't an issue there, really. I mean, it was a bit in the beginning, but not for long anyway. So, I really need to figure this out, to check it out somewhere, somehow. Because, by the looks of it, I mean, all proof would go towards it, right? Or it's either that, or the simple fact that, I mean, edit. We don't have flak weaponry here, right? So I think these might double as bombardment, the slugs, right? It says firing simultaneously with its host kinetic weapon, flak targets, incoming projectiles, squadrons, and boarding pods. No mention of anything. No actual mention of any bombardment thing, right? Again, getting additional manpower isn't a problem. I mean, it's not the capacity itself, it's the fact that we can't reliably fill the manpower requirements already in place. That's actually kind of holding us back in our attempts to, we'll go with the religious, in our attempts to, you know, actually get rid of those stinking pirates that have kept us locked here for what now, 81 turns. Like, the early game's gone, it's close to gone. The other people are expanding and extending, and well, it looks like we're gonna lose the Legion. So they have a fleet here. It's a pretty potent fleet. That's probably going to destroy a lot. So I'm actually not sure if moving the brand in would be such a good idea. We lost the militarist law. Well, we won't really run, so let's just didn't even make a chip in their armor, a dent, not even one. Okay. Yeah. The problem is I can't actually load these with manpower unless I kind of do a switcheroo, right? So when we get 300, which should be next turn, we could totally... Can we switch them? Okay, so it would take you one turn to get there, right? It would take you one turn to get home. I could also potentially repair, so I think we will do the switcheroo. Might even have two brands, which is always good to know. Okay. Yeah, our third fleet is being I mean, we're not able to properly use it now because we do have to kind of keep it there. I mean, I can't colonize the planet, but that's going off on a tangent here. We have our exploration ship over there on Rassam. It's kind of pretty easy, yeah. Improved ion torpedoes. I will want to see what those do. Very much. 63. Well, the damage difference is pretty big. We can totally afford titanium for at the time. So yeah. Maybe also edit the arc. I'll actually have to see. Okay. Well, So from 700 to 1, it doubles the strength. This is actually going to help us quite a bit. I should also look at the gouges, right? We're still making use of them. They're using slugs as opposed to torpedoes. We can kind of change that. Although the scaling would kind of make it that, you know, I'm unsure if it scales well enough, but yeah. Although having medium ships, the smaller ones kind of become redundant, I feel. And I'm going just off a feeling here, not proof. I haven't tried and tested. Leaps in materials and signaling sciences have resulted in fusion systems that can be contained in warheads of many sizes, nicknamed Pico-Suns. Well. God damn it. What? Jesus, help. Can't I get rid of you guys? They're hounding me. I'm gonna lose this as well. I mean, the point is... Well, we made it. Problem is they're following us. Which isn't good. Man. So yeah, the point is we got the new ones as well, right? So these are improved fusion torpedoes, right? 151, 191. Yeah, but we'd need like 21 titanium. And this is the brand. We don't happen to have slugs on them, right? No. But we do have slugs on the Ark. Gonna take quite a bit of a hit in our titanium little thing. Also going to do that. Gonna take a closer look at the Ark next turn. So, you didn't make it, did you? You're gonna need another turn. Well, at this point, we didn't ship that much out of them, to be completely honest. So, gonna wait until next turn, yeah. Oh boy. Curious if we're gonna manage to make the switch without... I mean, yeah, it's a dent, but I wouldn't want to lose it. Okay, let's merge them. They're apparently all up to date. I don't think they are, but whatever. Yeah, problem is I did take quite a bit of a hit with the dust, but they're pretty strong. I mean, offensively at least, we should be pretty sustainable. The problem is, yeah, we have even fewer in terms of manpower with these guys. So what I would want to do is do a whole... No, not a holy proliferation, but a military penance. Here. Yeah. It's gonna take me 1,000 dust to fully repair these, and 1,000 more to upgrade them. Well, no, 1,296 dust, and a bunch of other resources to do this. It's gonna take quite a while to get that. We might have to risk the fleet. Let's see the next turn, right? So we did get some 300. Yeah, it's significant. I mean, so yeah, basically to fill manpower spots, we're gonna need a lot of essence. So ideally, we'd you know, this went down a bit. We need a lot of essence as the Vodyani to fill the manpower reliably, which is a bit of a bummer, but we'll see. So let's see the laws. We have you can attack and invade an enemy territory while being at Cold War. This is the extra whatchamacallit, the approval rating is forced content. We don't need that yet. This is fine. +2 experience per turn on ships and 25 experience on heroes. That's 12. That would actually be nice. Alliance and peace, diplomatic cost reduction. No, we don't need it, but this would be pretty cool. We're gonna pass it. Not necessarily for the long term, but getting that extra XP, I mean, I should have actually passed it earlier, but getting that extra XP is pretty good. I'm also wondering if it's the actual strength of the ships that comes into play with bombardment. Again, it's a thing I'll have to look into deeper. Oh, we do have the Galactic Commodities Exchange. Okay. The cries of hawkers, the jabber of negotiations, and the clink of coins have been replaced by electronic screens and invisible buy-sell orders. But this galactic clearinghouse for trade in luxury and strategic resources still throbs with culture clashes and cutthroat commerce. So, we also get a new hero, which is an overseer, system-wide resources and fleet development. Nope. Was diplomacy seeker. Yeah. Commanding fleets. Well, I think I'm gonna just take the counselor. Support modules. Limited weapons and defensive capabilities. Is balanced between... I'm actually not sure what the extra skill is here. So I'm gonna go with Clev Saint Seotia. And I'm actually going to assign her. Let's see. So if we go to the marketplace and we try to sell some of our Eden incense, like say 50. We wouldn't get a lot, but if we sell 70, we get a bit more. And then we could potentially sell like 30. Yeah. So, what we could then do is repair and upgrade this, which doesn't make it the best thing out there, but makes it considerably stronger. Then we should also kind of focus on doing this, but I'm not sure I want to at the moment. Or do we? The point is, I think the hero can't go here because that's not in our system. Okay. For the time being, I'm gonna have to actually assign. Wait, what? Weren't you assigned here? Wait a what? No, you're assigned. You're assigned. Yeah, but it counts as if you were assigned to the planet. So I'm going to gonna do this, and I'm actually gonna, yeah, we're gonna move the fleet back into position. So that's a bit of a, quite a bit of a help. To actually move them back and get some more manpower, but we're not gonna do that. I think we're fine for the time being. I want more science. I don't know. I should maybe focus a bit more on I don't know. Commercial frameworks, not really. We're really not oriented towards that. I think I should go with the antimatter tech. Extreme atmospherics. Cluster resource generation on strategic. Resource deposits. Problem is it'll take 10 turns. Yeah, I'm gonna go with it. Okay. What to build here? This is pretty much full. Oh. He has 2 skills. Free movement and vision range. shield capacity. We don't have shield, so I'm not sure if this actually adds to it. This would open the damage. But I'm gonna go with the shield capacity. Although it does actually lead into stuff we don't particularly need. I mean, the final one's good, but we can get there through other means. So yeah. I actually took the wrong ones. It wasn't even the command. God damn it, what the hell am I doing? Oh well. We'll get there eventually. We didn't have any direct bonuses aside from, you know, maybe that. Yeah. Make a new fleet out of you, then I'm gonna go with the magnetic field generator. For the time being, gonna send you here since that's where the danger will come from if it ever comes. And I'll plop another turn. 92%. Down to 89%. Yeah, we're okay. Works a bit.
All who embrace its ideals.
It works a bit better. Okay. We found the Empire. Oh, one of their ships rather. Kind of want to send a little bit of thing here. Just follow that line. Cool. Your Empire now has access to Gigalatus. Where from? Sure. Problem is, they're inhospitable, most of them anyway. So yeah, we're gonna upgrade this. That's making its way. What do we build on Ranas? Holy Proliferation is going to cost us more. Let's not making much food, right? No, because it's a race. It's a faction thing, I guess. We don't have anomalies, but we're gonna go with the interplanetary transport. With that in mind, I think this is a pretty good place to leave it at. So yeah, we got stronger ships, which could be good, but we also started to meet people. Hoping the Vaulters and I can work things together. The problem is we're failing pretty hard at leeching stuff, which is bad. And these guys, if they get assimilated by the Vaulters, they might lead to breaking relationships with them. So that could be bad, but we're still kind of far from getting there because yeah, we're tunnel visioning into getting rid of these pirates, which might not even be the best solution or the best way to go about it. But we're gonna see next turn. So next time, I keep mixing those up for some reason. I don't know, man. But anyway, as always, thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you next time.